Well, I was impressed by some of the questions and comments from the floor during the course of the meeting, because there's a very strong sentiment, I think, in Cambridge, both in the university and in the city, that Brexit would be a very bad thing. Very strong feeling in favour of free movement of people, terribly important, again, both to the university and the city. But one thing I particularly liked, and that is that there is a sentiment that Brexit is not a done deal, and it shouldn't be a done deal. We're hoping that we've got more MPs like Daniel Zeichner, that Parliament will step up and do the right thing about this situation, because it seems to me that under no circumstances could you regard the referendum outcome as a mandate for leaving the European Union.
I thought today was very informative. I think that it's very important though to remember that whilst in Cambridge the majority voted to remain, I myself voted to remain, others did not share that viewpoint, and we have to respect and find a middle ground that helps everyone feel like they're being listened to. That's the problem, because a lot of members of the public feel that we hear but we don't listen. So I think it's important that, like they discussed today, the ways that we can move forwards with the decision we have.
Well, I think it's very important to be here. I'm very pleased that it was held. I thank those who organised it, and I think it's important that Daniel Zeichner is holding future meetings to discuss the matters in detail. I think what was really important was that we affirmed that we don't like racism, that we believe racism is wrong, and whichever way people voted, the point is that we ought not to give affirmation to racism or to breaking up our identity, which is European as well as British.
What I think we learned is how incredibly complex, how incredibly long this whole thing is going to be, what an awful lot of time is going to be wasted, what a lot of money is going to be siphoned down the tubes to go really where we were before. And the sad thing is that, we have voted to leave. What I hope is that as much as possible can be saved, and that we can represent the main terms of staying under some kind of new package.
I think the lady who raised the question of the sovereignty of Parliament is quite right. We should not be governed by plebiscite. This was supposed to be advisory, and that was all. This would not get through either House of Parliament if it was a proper vote, and that is what I hope will happen to it. It should get stuck.
I'm really pleased that we had the event this evening. Again, Friday night in August is not the ideal time to come out and do these things, but we engaged, we had lots of people discussing the issues, and you always learn something new. What more can I say? It's just a useful thing to do.
For you, is there anything particular that stood out that you thought, actually, I wasn't aware of that previously, but...
The very high numbers of people we have in Cambridge working and delivering for the good of the whole community is...
So this is the NHS figure, isn't it?
Yeah, the NHS figures are very high.